Hello and welcome to our review of Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 7, The Broken Man. When this episode started off, we weren't sure that it had actually started because we're used to the opening titles, the music, everything.
Yeah,
And I was like, is this it? Is it started yet?
yeah, and not just that, but also when it opened, it just didn't feel like Game of Thrones. It was a little bit too pastoral, a bit idyllic. It almost looked like a scene from Lord of the Rings rather than Game of Thrones. People were joking around, and even the music was a sort of a pleasant version of the Game of Thrones music. So I remember I actually was like, is this thing, what's going on? And then I thought it's an advertisement. Like the people will be there and then suddenly they'll pull out like a chocolate bar or something. But then you saw the Hound and you knew, okay, this is Game of Thrones. And of course they had to do it that way because if they had the opening credits before you see the Hound, then we would all have known, oh, the Hound's coming back. So it would have spoiled the shock effect of seeing all those people there and then suddenly you've got the Hound.
Yeah, because the actors who are in that episode are named in the opening credits.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know.
So that was quite a pleasant surprise for me because the Hound is actually one of the characters that I like, especially. I didn't like him until the time he saved Arya Stark at the Red Wedding, and then suddenly, like, you started having a bit of sympathy for him. And I was quite upset when well, we thought he died, so I was quite disappointed that, oh, they killed him off. He's a good
We always
character.
knew them, like, you don't see a character die, there's always a possibility that they're going to
Well,
come
I
back.
don't know. I mean, we thought that about Stannis Baratheon, but
Yeah.
so yeah, but we were speculating that maybe he survived because we were saying to each other after that if he wasn't actually killed on screen, then there's a good chance. So, well, we were quite pleased to see him come back. And of course, the other treat was to see Ian McShane, even if it was only for a single episode, because he's a really good actor.
Yeah, he's brilliant. It was really nice to see him. Really disappointing that they killed him off so quickly because he is a great actor.
What films or TV programs or whatever do you?
He's been in a lot of stuff.
But what do you like?
He was-
him? I mean, for me, it's because I saw him in the Battle of Britain.
He was in Conan.
Was he Conan?
Yeah,
What character?
he was one of
Which Conan the Barbarian?
the new ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's been in a lot of films.
Mm.
And he's really good.
Yeah, and even in this episode, I mean, his acting was really superb. So it was a bit of a disappointment to see him die.
And he has such potential to be a really good character.
Yeah.
So it was a shame.
Especially because I had this theory that because we had Richard E. Grant in the previous couple of episodes, and I've been saying that, well, they're not going to put Richard E. Grant in, and then he just he just dies.
Yeah, this episode.
And we thought the same. If it's Ian McShane, yeah,
theory.
he'll be around for, at least like the rest of the season, maybe next season as well. But no, at the end he just. But in a sense, obviously when he first died, I was quite disappointed. But then when you actually think about the plot, you think it's kind of like karmic justice, like that he gets it because he did do quite a lot of evil things, especially like cutting a boy's throat while the mother was screaming, and so he got sort of divine retribution.
So he was just following orders.
No, that's
what
a ridiculous.
he was supposed to do.
That's the argument that the concentration camp guards used in the death camp.
Jamie Lannister has like done terrible things, but now we're like.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen. And he lived for how much longer after committing all these atrocities? So we don't know what Jamie Lannister. Anyway, did Jamie Lannister ever do anything as bad as cutting somebody's throat? No. I mean, he slept with his sister, but he didn't kill anybody. Like, oh yeah, he killed his cousin, right, to escape. So, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, but then Game of Thrones, it's not really. You don't really expect people to get their just desserts. So I don't know how that works out. And I think the other thing is that so actually you see that the Brotherhood, they're actually pretty bad guys. I mean, I think up to now we've always had a kind of, because they helped Arya and Gendry.
Mm.
So, and you always thought of them as a kind of Robin Hood
Yeah,
band,
yeah.
especially because that guy is an archer. So, you know, that he's like the greatest archer in the universe, and he could fire the arrow, and like, you better move or it will land on you. So you always had that, but then here you are, like they're just massacring people, like just to get food. So you think, yeah,
They're
the
not the
Brotherhood
romantic
are
ideal of like
no, no,
a group
far
of
from it.
people who
They're
are gonna come
pretty
and save the
nasty
day.
characters. So yeah. So and shall we?
Yeah, next was Marjorie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious that she is actually playing her own game
Yeah.
and not actually.
I always thought, yeah, she's playing games.
Yeah,
She's
I think everybody
putting on
thought
a
that.
show.
I think everybody
I heard
thought
some
that.
people saying, well, is she actually converted?
Mm.
Yeah, so they actually turned her.
Really?
That
Like
she
what?
turned her.
What?
Yeah.
Just on the web?
You said it.
No.
I thought you kind
No.
of said, is she or is she?
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but in this episode, I think.
Oh,
it's
this
pretty
episode
obvious.
makes it clear. Yeah.
So that was good, and it was nice to see that scene with her, and it was nice to see Cersei like really be
Well and
told off
truly be put in
by
her
Diana
place.
Rigg.
Yeah.
That was a good scene. Yeah, but that
It,
was,
like, it really does make you realise actually, like, Cersei, what has she got?
yeah, because you forget,
What
don't
has
you?
she got? She's got nothing. Even her own son is like,
Yeah, but the other
Well,
thing is,
it's-
I think after
yeah.
Cersei's walk of shame, we've kind of developed a little bit of sympathy for her, and that actually was very good because it reminded us when Diana Rigg said, "And I remember you smirking at me when they dragged my grandson away," and then you remember all the times you've seen Cersei smirking
yeah.
on this show, you know, with a look, and you think, actually, I'm not going to be too upset if she gets it from the High Sparrow. I don't know. I mean, you don't like the High Sparrow,
I
but
hate him.
I don't know. I'm
I
kind
can't
of
wait till
neutral
he comes
towards
to
the High
his
Sparrow.
demise. Honestly, I'll be like cheering when he gets his.
I don't know. Between the High Sparrow and Cersei, I don't really like the High Sparrow, but I would rather have the High Sparrow than Cersei because Cersei is really not a good person.
If the High Sparrow was in charge of here, then you'd be like, you'd have to
No. I mean, of
change.
course, well, if Cersei was in charge, yeah, I would also like not want that. They're both like equally bad, but between the two, at least the High Sparrow operates on some modicum of principle. I mean, you may
Yeah,
not
the
agree
standard's
with
too
his.
high. It's like nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but he's not asking people to be perfect. He's just asking them to atone for his sins.
In extreme ways.
Yeah, but at least he works on a modicum of principle. Whereas with Cersei, it's all pure lust for power. Whatever gets, when all she cares about is getting her will and getting power, nothing
Yeah,
else.
and that's certainly been her in Pakistan.
Yeah. And then of course the other important storyline this episode was Jon and Sansa. I mean, what do you think of? I just thought they looked like a couple of idiots. Actually, I mean, they go there and they're looking at each other. They don't know what to say. They're like school children who are like going to like try to ask for a
Yeah, but
donation
they're not
from.
used to this kind of thing.
Yeah, but John was the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. I mean, you know, not they should be prepared for what they're going to say, not just go there and look at each other like you know they were glancing at each other when they were talking to the young girl. What's her name? The lady Mormont, the 10-year-old. I thought that girl actually was quite a good actress. You didn't think so? I liked her. Yeah, and my feeling is that girl's maester is in cahoots with the Boltons. I think he might like have been paid off because it's the way he was constantly like every time Jon and Sansa had something to say, he would whisper in
Of
her
course,
ear.
because she's a 10-year-old girl.
No, but then at one point she actually put up her hand and stopped him. So I think that my prediction is that maester is actually up to no good.
Okay, that's your opinion.
Well, that's
I feel like sometimes you pick up on a lot of things which I don't see.
well, just because you
then-
don't see it doesn't
I
mean
know,
it's not
exactly.
true.
No, that's very
Yeah.
true. That's very true. We'll see
So,
how it plays out.
You know, that's what I think because I think that Maester is being built up as the kind of character who's going to do something, who's going to betray them. And I think when you see like Sansa looking at the ravens before she sends them off, and it's actually the Maester who has it. So I think she's going to try and send a letter off, presumably to Littlefinger asking for help, but that letter is going to end up with Ramsay instead.
Yeah, because it doesn't give a name, it doesn't show a name of where she's sending it to, but who else would it be?
It would probably
It's gonna
be
be
to
Littlefinger.
There is nobody else because she knows that, well, there is nobody else she can ask for help. And Littlefinger has offered to help and bring the Knights of the Vale. So, yeah, I think that's probably going to be thing. And of course, he's the one with the ravens. So she's going to have to go to that Maester and get him to send it. And if he actually is in the pay of the Boltons, that will end up in Ramsay's hands instead of in Littlefinger's hands. So I think we're being set up for an end of this season where we're going to see Sansa get into even more trouble, and that will be the twist. That's my prediction. Yeah.
Let's see what happens with that then.
Yeah. Okay. The other things?
Jamie and what's his name? His sidekick.
Oh, it was good to see Bronn.
Bronn. Yeah.
And of course, the other things. Well, I was glad that Brutus didn't get killed, so that was nice. Because I thought, oh, is he just going to be hanged? Because
Edmure.
This show, Edmure. This show, they always kill people off, but it was nice that he didn't get killed. And it was good to see Theon and Yara having a bit of fun. Was that a surprise to you that Yara's a lesbian?
No, not really.
Yeah, because
She's
she
kind
is
of butch.
quite butch, and I was actually surprised. I didn't think they would do that.
These days, nothing's impossible.
Yeah, but it
These
did.
things
It did take
happen.
me by surprise. Well, anyway, it was a good episode. Nice setup for the future. So let's see how
Can't
it
wait
goes.
for 8, 9, and 10.
Okay, and
Big ones.
we're waiting to see what happens in the rest of the show. Right, see you.